Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How are we this morning? She is, in fact, wearing a hat for all you folks out there in the pool.
People try to guess, and they're always wrong.
Is she wearing a hat? Is she not wearing a hat? She's wearing a hat.
Yes. I'm wearing a hat. I just couldn't. This was one of those mornings, one of those Mondays where I was like, shower? No. Not happening.
Nope.
You guys, we are going to kick off today's show with another edition of Don't F With Your Face.
Here we go.
And we have two examples today. One is Amanda Lepore, which may be a familiar name to a lot of people. It is a trans person who is like semi-famous in that I know when I see pictures of her that I'm like, oh yeah, that's that freaky weirdo. So this is what they used to look like. The before was just sort of like a, like a drag queen, right?
Right.
But now
that's the same person. We're looking at the same person.
That's the same person, you guys.
Why?
Oh my God, I don't know. It looks so painful to just exist. You know what I mean?
It does. Look at the boobs.
Oh God, it just looks like it looks like it hurts. It looks like it hurts.
It looks like they're gonna jump out and aliens are gonna come out of them and start attacking people.
Right?
You didn't do people are saying you didn't do the intro. Don't mess with your face.
Well, I have it at the end.
Oh, okay. It's like prepare yourselves.
Should I do it at the beginning and the end, or just the beginning, or
the
just
more
the
we
end?
can do it, the more that we can do it, the better. Okay. Everybody loves it. It's provocative.
Okay. Well, it is included. It's just after these two examples today. So the next one is somebody I have not heard of. They go by the name Sahar Tabar. And I just want to make sure you guys are all sitting down because this is dramatic, painful looking, and just monstrous. And I don't know how to prepare you any better than that. But here is the before and after.
Oh my God.
What?
Why?
Look at the 50 surgeries you got. How beautiful was she before? How beautiful?
Absolutely gorgeous before. Why?
I just have never seen anything like that.
There are doctors that perform this.
Yeah. How does she there's no way she can breathe through her nose. There's no way, right?
I don't know, but that MFR isn't real.
And then like the super weird light contact lens. It's just the whole thing is so.
It's like it's demonic.
Horrifying.
It is. It is a mental illness. It's so crazy.
So crazy. And so obviously the lesson of this is
with your face.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't do it, you guys.
Yes. You were feeling bad about yourself this morning. You don't look like that. All right. You look great.
That's right. You don't need that. You don't need any of that.
Somebody said, because this is thrilling. That's right. That is right. You guys, we need to talk about Readywise really quick, okay? You need to be prepared because you in danger, girl. You never know what's going to happen, all right? Visit Readywise.com. Use promo code CHICKS10 for 10% off your entire purchase. Get yourself some banana chips and some meals. Do it.
Do it.
Right.
All right. Let's kick off the show with kind of where we left off on Friday morning. And that is that we were just getting news on Friday morning that John Bolton's house was getting raided. And so we didn't know what was going on. I still don't know exactly, what they're looking for, what they were on the hunt for, any of that. But let's kind of go through what's happened about that topic since. First of all, if you are new to that story, there was a great summary by Mario Nafal, who said that there were FBI agents that were hauling many boxes out of John Bolton's DC office and into unmarked cars. So this is in addition to the house in Bethesda. There have been no charges filed. John Bolton is not in custody. He is not under arrest. He has not commented. His lawyer hasn't commented. So we don't know. We don't know what's going on, except there's clearly something going on. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you can imagine all the weekend talk shows were talking about this. And in the midst of their discussion, Abby Phillips actually tried to suggest that there is no evidence that Obama or Biden had anything to do ever with like any of the weaponization of the DOJ against Trump, which is so laughable at this point that she got absolutely killed by the other panelists. Here is a little bit of that.
There is no evidence that there was some top-down order of political retribution in either the Obama or the Biden administrations. I'll concede to you that Donald
they
Trump
made up like the Russian hoax, and they used information to go after Donald Trump to try to undermine his entire presidency.
Okay.
And they all signed their names to it.
Are you going to give me a second to talk or no?
No, but like you can't say that didn't happen.
Listen, let me just read to you a list of people that Donald Trump and his top cabinet secretaries have said are going to be the subject of investigations. The special counsel Jack Smith, former FBI Director James Comey, former CIA Director John Brennan, Senator Adam Schiff, AG Letitia James, President Barack Obama,
they abused their power.
Governor Phil Murphy, and Representative Monica McIver. So there is a list that comes right from the top. I'm not making this up.
They put themselves on the list because they weaponized the government to attack their political opponents.
I swear, why is this surprising?
God.
This is the thing. And Democrats will defend all of this. They will. It's just like they defend criminals, just like they defend men in women's locker rooms, just like they defend illegals coming up, trafficking people. They defend all of it. They'll defend the John Boltons of the world. Okay. You go ahead and do that, and we'll see what happens. Apparently, this guy had pre-tax earnings, like during his time as a government employee, of 1.6 million, and now he's worth like 90 million. You explain to me how that happens.
That does seem a little suspicious.
It's a little weird. It's like okay. And after they do this guy and get done figuring out how that happens, I want him to do the Clintons. I want him to do Nancy Pelosi. All of it. I mean, there's all this corrupt crap happening, and Democrats are like, it's Donald Trump. He's the one who's
weaponizing. Give me a break.
He's the weaponizer. Okay.
And I don't believe for a second, like, you know, when she was showing on the screen, look at all the people they're going after. All of them were legit targets who have done terrible, terrible things. Right. But let's say, just for the sake of argument, that they were all on the up and up, which is, of course, nonsense. But let's just pretend for a second that they are. I still don't care, because Democrats, they started this fight. If they were not going to be okay with the consequences of their own weaponization of the Department of Justice, they shouldn't have started that fight. But they started the fight. And so even if all of these people were totally on the up and up, I would be like, this is your problem. You made this bed and now you are lying in it. Enjoy.
Yeah. It's kind of like the stuff that's happening with Gavin Newsom and all the gerrymandering and stuff like that. They do the stuff, they do the things, and then when the things happen to them, they're like, oh no, you're doing the things to us. Yeah, I mean, get over it. It's like, and then they're like, we're gonna fight fire with fire, bitch, please. You know,
your state is already on fire, like all the way. So
just cannot take it. They can't take the heat when the heat is delivered to them. They can't.
That's
take
right.
it.
They can't take it. Interesting little tidbit that was kind of buried in an NBC article about, or was it I think it was an NBC report about the Bolton thing. This was just odd. So there was this sentence that talked about the search beginning at 7 a.m. and it said the search was related to a criminal investigation that began during the Biden administration that did not go further at that time. And then like nothing else about that. I feel like that's kind of that's an important morsel of information.
Yeah. I mean, we could guess as to what that was all about. Maybe it did begin during that administration, but the administration was like, we don't want him to be held accountable for anything. Like, let's go ahead and put the kibosh to that. We're going to protect him. Up. I mean, at least that's what I would think. I would surmise that it's like, we want to protect him. So let's pull the plug on that. Yikes.
Yeah. I mean, that was just odd. And I just thought, you know what? People need to know about that. So
it is important.
Yeah, it is important. And then Mike Davis, who currently we have a love-hate relationship with.
we are in a little bit of a spat with him, right?
But anyway, he is undeniably hilarious on X. And so George Conway, who I guess lives like 10 minutes away from John Bolton, immediately rushed to the scene when he found out that the investigation was happening so he could like live stream it. And so Mike Davis made fun of him in the best way possible and said, "Put on a bra, George Conway. You're going to give yourself 2 black eyes."
We've got the perfect bra for you, honey. We should send him a honey love. We should. Yes, George. I cannot believe that Kellyanne ever got on that. Ever.
Right? That's not okay at all.
I'm sorry. That's disgusting. Just gross.
He's so gross.
I would forgive her if she did it once, like just lack of judgment. But 4 times, Kellyanne?
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. I will say, even though it looks terrible on him, he does have some good hair. It makes me wonder if he uses Healthy Cell.
He probably does use Healthy Cell. I mean, there's no other explanation for that Wayne Newton hair, honestly.
I'm trying to find my example of how. Oh, here it is. This is
Donka Shane. That's what it is. You guys should try it. It's the only reason that my hair is growing. I tried every single thing. I ain't lying. Every single thing. I spent so much money on stuff that just literally I peed right out. It didn't work. This stuff is the best. Healthy Cell actually absorbs 167% better than everything else. It is the bomb. It's so worth it. Plus, it tastes good. You can put it in the fridge, which is what I do. That's the pro tip. Put it in the fridge. It tastes amazing. It's like a little treat every single day. This stuff is like kind of like a raspberry-ish sort of flavor. It's really, I love all their stuff. I love all of their vitamins. It's the gel packs that are just so good. But this one in particular was like my saving grace because my hair was in such bad shape a couple years ago, and it is so much better now than it was. I'm just so glad that I found this stuff. It's fantastic. So you should try it if you're suffering like I was a couple years ago. You can snag 20% off your first order with promo code CHICKS. That's healthycell.com/chicks. Code CHICKS. Your hair, your skin, your nails will thank you.
It's true. I keep cutting my nails and they just keep right on growing. They just keep right on growing.
They do. Like weeds.
So speaking of Mike Davis, he also had a message for people who are, doubting that there's a legitimate cause behind this entire investigation into Bolton. And so Jesse Waters included a Mike Davis quote in his report about it. Here is Jesse to explain.
This might have nothing to do with classified documents or about classified intelligence that Bolton printed in his book. Trump Justice Insider Mike Davis says Democrats, rhinos, and reporters who think this raid on John Bolton is about his book will be very embarrassed when the search warrant becomes public. Primetime's hearing Bolton was making a lot of money from overseas and may have been trafficking in intelligence. That wouldn't be putting America first. Constitutional scholar Jonathan Turley, who we just heard from, says Bolton could be looking at up to 20 years in prison.
Oh, that's a lot.
20 years. Wouldn't it be great? Because how old is that guy? I don't even know.
I mean, yeah,
he's old.
He's on the older side of the age spectrum.
Yeah.
Per se.
He is. He is. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Again, there's a lot of questions about this, but our friend Scott Jennings decided to use Bolton's own words against him when they were talking about it on CNN.
Reminded of something that I heard someone say after the Mar-a-Lago raid, and the statement was everybody ought to just calm down, whether you're pro-Trump or anti-Trump, and let the process work its way through. That was said by John Bolton himself after the Mar-a-Lago raid on Trump. Look, I try not to engage too much in conjecture on these things. All we really know is what Caitlin just told us, that this is related to an investigation regarding information he put in his book. We know that they're searching for things, and that's it. That's what we know. And so Ambassador Bolton's previous views on this were that processes should be allowed to work their way through. I assume this one will work its way through. And if he has not disclosed any classified information, that will be fine and good. And we'll talk about that. And if he has, I'm sure we'll talk about it as well.
Yeah, everybody's saying he's 76, so 20 years in prison. That's the rest of your life.
That's his whole rest of his life.
He won't be living in the lap of luxury in Bethesda, Maryland.
And so that when Scott Jennings was quoting him and talking about what he said about the Mar-a-Lago raid, here is actually John Bolton saying just that.
It's important that everybody take a deep breath here. This is a very serious matter.
It is.
It's a very serious matter, and everybody should just calm down, take a breather.
Take a beat. Just take a beat, if you will.
And Carmine Sabia said, in the past 24 hours, I've spoken to some sources, and I'll say that there are going to be a lot of people who feel ridiculous for what they have said to defend John Bolton after they find out what he did. At the head of that list is Jamie Raskin. So I'm very excited to see how this all shakes out.
I mean, Jamie Raskin should just feel ridiculous for being Jamie Raskin.
Fair.
Every day.
That is fair. Now, you would imagine that a corrupt criminal knows a corrupt criminal, and criminals are going to criminal. That's why Adam Schiff is not one of the people who believes the process should be allowed to play out. He believes he knows what's going on without question, and this is all a big setup, and he would know. So here's Adam Schiff.
Do you believe that people need to let this investigation play out and not get ahead of it at this point?
I think this is clearly retribution. I mean, the idea that they just picked John Bolton, a prominent critic of the president, at random. What the president is trying to do here is very systemic and systematic, and that is anyone who stands up to the president, anyone who criticizes the president, anyone who says anything adverse to the president's interests, gets the full weight of the federal government brought down on them. They're essentially going after any critic, any opposition in an effort to intimidate them. That's what this is about. It's not about Bolton per se. It's about anyone else that, like Bolton, might stand up to the president.
Isn't it interesting that they can do that? After doing it themselves, they put themselves in a position where they can say that. They can,
it's like the most gaslighty of all gaslightings.
Because they weaponized the government first. So now they're like, and now, since they've done that, they put themselves in a position where they can be defense, you know what I mean? They can say, he's weaponizing us. It's retribution. That's what it is. He's just going after anybody who dares to say anything against him. What a crock of shit that is.
It is a crock of shit. They're going after legit corruption and crimes. And I'm glad about it. Everybody
and oh my God, talk about weaponization of the government. You did it, Schiff.
Right? And you're on the list. So just wait. I can't wait for him to get his. Oh my God.
I can't either. That guy is such a piece of crap.
But I mean, this whole narrative of retribution was just absolutely consuming all the news stations. Kristen Welker also interviewed JD Vance over the weekend and asked him about this. And he, of course, answered perfectly.
Ambassador Bolton is a frequent critic of President Trump's. He's also on Kash Patel's enemies list. The administration has already revoked his security clearance, Secret Service protection. Is Ambassador Bolton being targeted because he's a critic of President Trump?
No, not at all. And in fact, if we were trying to do that, we would just throw out prosecutions willy-nilly like the Biden administration DOJ did, prosecutions that later got thrown out in court. If we bring a case, and of course we haven't done that yet, the Department of Justice has not done that yet. We are investigating Ambassador Bolton, but if they ultimately bring a case, it will be because they determine that he has broken the law. We're going to be careful about that. We're going to be deliberate about that because we don't think that we should throw people, even if they disagree with us politically, maybe especially if they disagree with us politically. You shouldn't throw people willy-nilly in prison. You should let the law drive these determinations, and that's what we're doing.
But you know, a lot of people have already looked at this and said, this looks a lot like retribution. Is this retribution?
Well, who has said it looks a lot like retribution, Kristen? A lot of people who tried to throw Donald Trump in prison for completely fake charges that were later thrown out by multiple different courts. I suspect that if the media and the American people let this case actually unfold, if they let the investigation unfold as it's currently doing, they're going to find out that what we're doing is being very deliberate and being very driven by the national interest and by the law here, and that's as it should be.
Yep. That guy, he is awesome.
He's so steady.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, him and Marco Rubio, oh my God, in 2028, just slam dunk. Bring it, Gavin Newsom. Bring it.
Dunk.
You greasy loser.
My husband was suggesting that, would Marco serve as VP or would JD serve as VP, continuing to be VP under Marco? But we heard Marco already say if JD's running, he's not gonna. He would rather stay in his position as Secretary of State. I did see a very interesting suggestion on Twitter over the weekend, which is that Trump should run as JD's VP.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
So amazing.
I love it. I think that's a great idea. That would be like the biggest troll and also awesome. It would be so great.
I know. It would just be amazing. It would be the most hilarious thing of all time.
Really?
So I don't know. I mean, it was just a suggestion. I doubt it's going to happen, but
it's a great suggestion. I love it.
It is. It is. You know what else is great? Ruff Greens. It's great for your dogs.
Oh my God. We love our dogs. Yes. Dr. Dennis Black, he's a naturopath. He founded Ruff Greens because he wanted your dogs to be healthy because they eat a lot of the dry dog food. My dogs do. I feed them cheap food, you guys. I'm not going to lie. I have 14,000 dogs. Okay. They're all criminals. They eat cheap food, but they get Ruff Greens on top of their food, which makes me feel better about them getting their nutrition because they need it. It's packed with enzymes, probiotics. It supports their digestion, their immunity, their well-being. Their coats are shinier. They're happy. They're healthy. They run like crazy. They're all like puppies. They're living their best lives. And a lot of it has to do with Ruff Greens. So it's live nutrition. It helps them fuel their days. And my dogs are criminals. They need to have nutrition to fuel their criminal days. So if you want to try it, you can do that. You just go to roughchicks.com. You're actually not trying it. Your dogs are. Use promo code CHICKS for a free Jumpstart bag. It's a $20 value. You just have to cover shipping. It's roughchicks.com, promo code CHICKS. I promise they're going to love it. You're going to love the changes that you see in your dogs because of it. So it's roughchicks.com, promo code CHICKS. Get that free Jumpstart bag. Do it.
Do it. The reason for my name today, obviously, after Kilmar Garcia, and there are reports that he was notified through his lawyer that he may be deported to Uganda. And we're talking like today that could happen. And so he was actually, I saw in the news this morning, he's outside of the courtroom in Baltimore, along with all kinds of pro-Abrego Garcia morons who are outraged that he could potentially be sent to Uganda. Apparently, he had an option. This is according to the New York Times. He had an option previously that if he pled guilty to his charges and agreed to stay in custody until today, he would get released to Costa Rica. But his lawyers didn't want to keep him in jail beyond Friday. They wanted him to get released, which he was. He was released to his family over the weekend. So that option is off the table. And now they're talking Uganda.
Should have taken Costa Rica, idiot. Should have taken that.
What an idiot.
Costa Rica, Uganda. I feel like you should have gone with Costa Rica, you idiot. Yeah, good lawyering you got there.
Right?
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's from El Salvador and they won't take him. And so that's the thing. It's like they won't take him back. We don't want him. Nobody wants him.
They had him though. And then we're the idiots who brought him back.
Right. But the dude, I mean, he is a criminal. He's a criminal. And so these people, again, Democrats are like stumping for a criminal. So you were talking about the people who are protesting. They're like, but we love him. Well, you should have taken him in your house then, Brenda. Like, what is your problem? Why would you be protesting and be all for this guy who trafficked hundreds of people, women and children?
And also beat his girlfriend, now wife.
Right. What is wrong with you? There is so much wrong with you. And I'm judging. And I get to do that because there's so much wrong with you.
And hilariously, his lawyer, who looks like a complete like beta, is complaining about this Uganda possibility because of the dumbest reason. Here is the attorney.
It is preposterous.
Oh my God.
They would send him to Africa to a country where he doesn't even speak the language.
Oh,
a country
really?
with documented human rights violations.
I'm sorry. He doesn't speak the language here.
He doesn't speak the language, you guys.
And by the way, the official language of Uganda is English. So it's the same. So his lawyer is a complete, total idiot.
Well, I mean, he hasn't graduated high school yet, so that tracks.
And so he's needed a translator for all of his court appearances. He had a translator at the freaking rally this morning. So I'm sorry, but that is like the lamest possible excuse of all time.
Who pays for that translator? We do.
Yeah,
we pay for
we
that.
all do.
For a criminal, for a guy who trafficked women and children. He can suck it, and his lawyer can suck it.
Tom Homan does not give a crap about anybody's feelings when it comes to ridding our country of criminals. Here he is on this entire Kilmar Garcia case.
He is absolutely going to be deported from this country. He's not going to walk the streets of this nation. So he can enjoy the little time he has with his family. And for the person who says we're not going to separate family, well, his family can go with him because he's leaving. He's going to be deported. Look, he's a criminal alien. He's a member of MS-13, which is now a designated terrorist. He's a white beater. He's a human trafficker. He's been indicted for human trafficking and alien smuggling. He's a bad person. He's not going to be here. He's been order removed twice. Order removed by 2 different federal judges. He's going to leave this country in the very near future, and his family can go with him. I can't see who was talking before the sound bites, but whoever said we're taking advantage of broken immigration system, what do they do? What do those people do the last 4 years about this broken immigration system? They let 10.5 million people cross that border. Sex trafficking women and children, all-time high. Overdose deaths of fentanyl, all-time high. Number of terrorists, all-time high. They didn't do anything to fix it. President Trump is keeping his promise to American people to enforce the law, and that's what we're doing. We're making this country safer every day by removing people like Lepore Garcia.
You know, at the end of the day, the chick the wife is probably just delighted by all of this. She's like, oh, the guy who beat me, the guy who abused me, he's going to be gone.
She looks like a battered woman. Like when you see her standing next to him at the rally holding his hand, she looks so defeated.
Yeah. I mean, she out loud, she has to say, oh, I support him. You know, she's doing all the things that battered women do. At the end of the day, when that schmuck is gone, her life is going to be exponentially better. She'll be fine. She's going to be way better, and she's going to be delighted.
You don't think she'll go with him
to Uganda?
Are they?
I don't know. Okay, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I mean, America, Uganda. I don't know what. I feel like she's going to,
especially like, do you go with a guy who's known for beating you, or do you just say bye?
If she goes, she's an idiot.
Yeah,
she's an idiot for being with him in the first place. But I would hope that she would kind of get smart at this point and be like, this is my chance to have a fresh start. You know, they are getting rid of this guy for me. So good. Go have a fresh start, lady.
And she could just say to him, why don't you go and set up the house? You go set us up, and then I'll be there with the kids.
Yeah. No.
All right, switching gears, we need to talk about the most humiliating moment possibly of Zohran Mamdani's life that occurred over the weekend. He set up some really dumbass scavenger hunt for his followers, and amazingly, like hundreds and hundreds of people did it. And I don't even know how it culminated, except that when they got to him, he was asked to lift weights, like he was asked to do a bench press, and he had 135 pounds on the bench, really struggled through 2 supported attempts, and like everybody is mocking him about this.
Oh my God.
Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Let me get one more!
He is holding it. That dude is holding it.
I know.
Let me get 3! Yeah!
Oh my God. What a douche.
I know. But then it's like, it's so douchey too when Andrew Cuomo makes fun of him because he's like, it's easy to talk. It's hard to carry the burden. This guy can't bench his own body weight, let alone carry the weight of leading the most important city in the world. And I'm like, Andrew, you have barbells on your nipples.
He would. That's the thing.
You know
He
what I
actually,
mean?
well, he would get out there and bench press, and he would have like the little things on his nipples poking through his white shirt with that. He'd be like, "Hey, everybody, here's my nipples. You guys see them?
gross.
You guys see them? Yeah." No, everybody in New York is gross. Everybody running is disgusting. Everybody.
It's just a bad scene.
Nobody
right
has
now.
shame. Nobody. They're all gross. They all have nipple rings, or they're wusses, or they're commies. They all suck. Like, do better.
I mean,
New
honestly,
York.
Mayor Adams is probably the best choice that they
He's
have.
the most normal, which is crazy.
I know. I mean,
what are we even saying? It's nuts.
I mean, and the people that follow and support Zohran have absolutely no idea why they support him. Case in point, this man on the street interview.
Who do you guys think is a bigger threat, Trump girl or Mamdani?
Probably Trump girl.
Yeah, why?
Because she stands for all that Trump stuff.
What's all that?
All that yucky, scary, yucky, racist Trump stuff.
Okay, and what do you like about this dude?
You know, he stands for the opposite, at least based on what I've heard.
He definitely does. One stands for capitalism, free markets, less government, and the other one stands for socialism, more government.
Down, yeah. For sure.
So you like socialism?
Yeah.
All right. Where has socialism worked?
I just put together what's going on.
What's going on?
No. I got it.
Who's making a video? Where has socialism worked well?
Honestly, I don't know enough to be able to answer that question.
Oh my God.
What about Venezuela? How are they doing?
I can't say that I've read much about Venezuela recently. Yeah.
Cuba?
Who do you think is more for gay people? His supporters or Trump supporters?
Definitely the Mamdani supporters.
He came out in support of LGBT people, but his supporters tried to cancel him for that. Did you know that?
Certainly not me, and I'm one of him. I'm all for Mamdani.
What's your favorite policy of his?
I don't know enough.
But you're a supporter and you don't know his policies?
I'm like just a sort of general go-getter.
What if he just supported getting rid of all gay people and you didn't know that?
Well, that'd be crazy, but I would probably hear about that one. But I appreciate you guys.
Would you support him then?
No, I would.
He is a Muslim. You guys just keep saying that.
Right. And then you got Cynthia Nixon out there stumping for him. Who's like queen lesbian who's stumping for the Mr. Muslim man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you not see, Cynthia? Can you not see with your own eyes?
It's just incredible.
They don't get it. None of these people get it. They're just like, but I mean, free stuff. And he's not he's not a Trumpy. What? they're just so ignorant. They don't get it.
And they don't mind everybody knowing it, apparently. I mean, the fact that she just shamelessly says, I don't really know enough. I don't know any of his policies. I just like him.
Yeah. It goes back to that whole, I can't remember who did it. It may have been Howard Stern back in the day. Like a long time ago, you and I talked about somebody who did a man on the street interview and they just talked about policy. Do you remember that? And all these people answered questions on policy and they thought they were liberal. But it turns out they weren't liberal at all.
Right.
They were actually conservative. When you asked them strictly about policy, not about people, they were like, oh, crap, I guess I am conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're not completely TDS ridden or, freaked out about a person. I think at that time it probably was like freaking Bush or something. And they were thinking about the policies and not the people. And this is what happens is that people get so hung up on the orange man that they're not thinking about policy. It's unfortunate.
It is super unfortunate. It's also unfortunate when your dog's paws get heat, like the heat cracks because of the hot pavement. Thankfully, we're all like having false fall right now, but the hot pavement is an issue. And this stuff,
we're not having a false fall here. We're not having it. It's still hotter than you know what here. But I will tell you, people are. Our daughter-in-law, she got like a weird rash from like her nail place or whatever. She puts on the little fake nails and stuff, and she got a weird rash. And so she used the Something Better balm from Coat Defense and then put cotton gloves on her hands at night.
Ooh.
Gone. it's like the rash is gone. And she's like, I am a believer and a follower. And so this stuff is bomb. I will have it all the time. So if she gets any sort of weird like skin rash, she uses
I've been putting
this
it on
stuff.
mosquito bites, and it's
Right.
it's super helpful.
This stuff is awesome for humans. So it's fantastic for dogs. It's called the Something Better Balm. Because it creates like a protective barrier on their paws, like from hot sidewalks and pavement or grass. It's like for pollen in the summer, anything. It's good for their little noses, their elbows, anything. Like just if they have hot spots, whatever, it's great. Like I put it in my dog's ears, like not all the way inside, but just because they have floppy ears. I put it on the outside, and it's like magic. This stuff is great. But I was like, try it on your fingers, and she did. Overnight, gone. It's like the most fantastic stuff. You guys should definitely check it out. It's all natural. There's no like medicinal stuff in there. It's just all awesome, natural, non-toxic stuff. You're going to love it. Visit codefense.com, save 15% when you enter code CHICKS at checkout. If I could just talk, that would be great. codefense.com, code CHICKS, and get 15% off. Try it. Do it.
Last week we spent some time talking about the rebrand of Cracker Barrel, and Robby Starbuck. If you haven't watched his entire expose of Cracker Barrel, it's a little under 16 minutes. Well worth your time. Obviously, we're not going to play the whole thing, but here is just a little bit of what he uncovered in his study of Cracker Barrel, and then kind of just a word to the wise.
Service company, you might be thinking their focus should be good food and good service, but their own website says, quote, this year Cracker Barrel's focus was to be a part of the Pride experience. And they're very proud of their pro-trans rocking chairs, let me tell you. They call it, quote, bringing the front porch to Pride. And if you think that's out of alignment with their customers, well, you're right, but it doesn't end there. The Cracker Barrel website says that they believe that diversity and pride are pillars that should guide decision-making year-round. In fact, to uphold these values, Cracker Barrel also engaged with the HRC and the Out and Equal Advocates Workplace Conference. More on the HRC later, but let's dive into Out and Equal. For those who don't know, Out and Equal is an organization focused on forcing sexuality and transgenderism into the workplace. Cracker Barrel sponsored their conference and really went the extra mile by creating rocking chairs in every color of the LGBTQ+ pride flag.
So stupid.
Cracker Barrel also took part in something called the Southern States Forum, where they discuss how to advance the far left agenda and normalize transgenderism and their causes in Southern states.
It's just so
very important to understand that the Cracker Barrel story is not about a logo. It's not at all about a logo. It is about a country, it is about our heritage, and it is about our culture. It's about a power structure built to tell us that we are somehow backwards, embarrassing, or bigoted. That whiteness or American pride is something to be ashamed of or hidden at all costs. It's about an elite class who sneered and snickered at us as they profited off of us.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's true. People are so tired of this garbage. I also saw a video over the weekend. I honestly, I can't remember who did it, so I don't know who to give credit to. It's just a notion that I think is very interesting to consider. If and when Cracker Barrel goes bust, which if you go woke, you go broke, right? Think of the properties that these Cracker Barrels sit on. It's all like, they're all roadside, very high value highway properties.
Right.
So what's going to happen to those places? Like, who's going to do it? Like, people were insinuating that, BlackRock and some of those big entities are going to take over those entities. What are they going to do with those? You know what I mean? Because think of just where they are.
Yeah.
They're in such high profile. The property values have got to be just so high. Those, like, they're so valuable. I was like, I never really considered that until I saw a video on that over the weekend. I was like, it's just really interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. And for whatever reason, I know we talked about this last week too, but Steak and Shake they've been going after Cracker Barrel hard for this whole rebrand. Couple of more recent tweets from them. This was one. They changed the logo completely to say "Fire the CEO."
Right.
And then they also said that the CEO of Cracker Barrel has managed to do something seemingly impossible. She got Americans on both sides of the political spectrum to agree on something, that the new rebrand sucks.
Right.
Because as you can see, they reposted the official Democrats account saying, we think the Cracker Barrel rebrand sucks too. This is like one of the most unifying issues in America that I can remember in a long time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing. That
It is amazing. Because I mean, like at a restaurant, do we need to have like transgenderism applauded at a restaurant? We just want to go and like shop for some kitschy stuff in a store.
And like when great coffee and some great hash brown casserole.
And when I saw that they were getting rid of their rocking chairs, I was like, "Are you like?" I bought rocking chairs from Cracker Barrel for the front porch in my cabin because it's like we got a cabin that literally they fit at our cabin, and I'm just like, that is part of Americana, right? Like that is. I just can't believe that you're right. It is kind of a thing that we can all come together and go, why are they doing this? Why are they trying to erase like a part
what
of
makes them awesome? I mean, that's what makes them so great.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
Yeah, it really doesn't. All right, we need to move on to talk about Gavin Newsom. He's continuing, like he's not stopping with the all caps trolling that he's doing of President Trump, and it's just getting more and more pathetic. So this is a good time to remind everybody how long he has been a sleazebag for. So we've got a 15-year-old clip of him getting super mad and very defensive about being asked to explain his own city's deficits. And you guys, he does not like being called out on his own problems. Watch what a jerk he is to this reporter.
And when it was time to talk about the city's finance problems, Newsom seemed out of patience.
Deficit, $522 million.
Yeah, it's a big deficit.
What does this mean?
Just a big deficit, a lot of work ahead of us.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, we just got a lot of work ahead of us, big deficit.
At the end, he couldn't leave the room fast enough.
Off the record, I'm amazingly disappointed. Amazingly. I just am, personally,
What a piece of crap.
Right? God, he's so awful.
He is insufferable. He is an arrogant SOB. That is your job, dude. He is just like, nobody can say anything mean to me. You can't say anything. He would be devoured in the private sector. Absolutely just eaten up and spit out. He would never make it. What a piece of crap. He's such a baby.
And, amazingly, like when you see some of these older clips, the most remarkable thing to me about them is that California elected him anyway.
Right.
They kept promoting and electing and promoting and electing him. And you guys, they could do it again.
Yep.
If they knew how bad he was, and yet they were still like, yeah, we're just going to keep on doing this. That can happen in a presidential election. I just want everybody to remember that. Because as bad as he is, it didn't stop people from continuing to support him. That's the most amazing part of it for me.
And that one video is one of so many.
Oh my God, so many.
I've seen videos of him he uses cops to keep people from talking to
we
him.
have that. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about with Gavin, and just to remind people what a jerk he is.
Totally.
Because he's just the worst. And Joe Rogan has done a great job exposing a lot of this. He dug up this old debate clip. And I don't know if this was a debate for governor or for mayor or what, but I love how uncomfortable Gavin is in it. That's what brings me joy. Please enjoy.
This is so funny. The question is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't trust Gavin with his best friend's wife, how can you trust him with your state?
It's so great. His face. He's like,
I know, right? It's just the best thing ever. So one of the things that there's this montage that you're about to see of the way that he not only uses cops, to your point, to avoid, being asked questions by reporters, but he will gaslight you so much that he will literally say to a reporter who is trying to ask a question, I'm here to answer any question you have. Like, that's what he says in answer to the questions. I mean, that's how crazy. And like, what a sociopath he is.
Right.
This is a montage of all kinds of different examples of him avoiding the press.
I'm reporting another patient death from a fall at Uganda.
Happy to take any questions you guys have.
Mayor, I'm reporting
from
another,
any reporters.
How about me, Mayor?
Thank you very much.
I'm reporting another
Thank you
patient
guys
death from a
very
fall
much.
at Uganda.
Appreciate it.
Mayor, come on. You're kidding me, right?
What? Newsom arrived an hour and a half late, took no questions outside. How do you think this scandal will affect your ability to run the city?
Hey, guys. Thank you, guys.
But aides said he was prepared to answer hard questions inside the restaurant from his constituents. We couldn't tell you if that happened. The press was ushered out before the mayor came in.
Mayor, I need to talk to you about Uganda. Would you please?
Excuse me.
Would you talk to us about
Happy to answer any questions you guys have.
Mayor,
Thank you.
Mayor, Ed Jew says...
Tonight, an obviously overwhelmed Newsom declined to expand on the problems he's facing.
Mayor, it seems like you're talking to all the other reporters and not us today. Why is that?
I'll happily talk to anyone from Channel 7.
How about Dan Noyes?
I don't have much inclination to talk to this particular reporter because of the remarkable inability to be accurate with the facts.
Mayor, Ed Jew says that you should step up to the plate. I wonder whether you have any comment on the Kieran Roth story about the drinking.
Thank you very much. That was a great cheap shot. You can't help yourself. You cannot. Just know, for the record, it's increasingly impossible to have a conversation.
Mayor was out there. Mayor was out there.
Just know it's not personal when I walk by you. You just send some other reporters. It's going to be a lot easier now. Mayor's not conditions.
I mean, what a scumbag.
Yeah, somebody said he'd be a serial killer if he wasn't in politics, but I don't think he has the stomach for that. You know what I mean?
He is very Ted Bundy-like.
He's so Ted Bundy-ish. He is.
Yeah.
He's the guy that would like cheat on you in a serial way and then blame it on you.
Totally. Oh
he
my
would
God.
be like, well,
totally.
I mean, it's obviously your fault that I slept with 18 of your friends. He's that guy. And then the girl would like believe it. Oh,
yeah.
Like he would make you believe that it's all your fault. He is such a piece of garbage.
God, he's the worst. Absolutely the worst. And then there's a quick little clip of him doing the various maneuvers and dancing and like weird swaying that he does. And that leads right into the most recent clip of him facing the press about who drew the maps.
Our fate and future. And that fundamental notion of agency, I think, is important more broadly. And I think that goes to some of the issues on the right.
Who are responsible for these maps. It's ultimately Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas and Senate Pro Tem Mike McGuire. They are not here to answer our questions about ultimately these maps. I know, I'd love to. This is the second time they haven't shown up when a ballot measure is placed on the ballot by the legislature to answer questions from reporters. My question is, if those two end up running for Congress after this, how could that impact this campaign? How could that impact this campaign? I mean, considering voters did not want politicians drawing lines for themselves.
You'll have to ask them.
He is Christian Bale, American Psycho. He is.
Yes.
He looks like a giant salamander. You know,
salamanders are cute.
That's what he looks like to me. Just a giant, like rabid salamander.
I just think he looks like a
weasel.
But
he
like
is
a
American
mean
Psycho,
weasel.
though. He is. It's like he's Mr.
Yeah.
He's that.
Gosh, he's just the worst. And then yet he continues to climb in popularity because of this ridiculous Trump trolling campaign he has going on. Take it from our nerdy little data geek, Harry Enten.
Vice President, who of course was the Democratic nominee in 2024, as I said, a rising tide of support for the California governor.
And how are things looking nationally for Democrats?
Okay, so we're looking at the states, right? We're looking at Gavin Newsom's home state, but how about nationally? Does what we're seeing in California translate nationally? Chance of being the 2028 Democratic nominee, according to the prediction markets. Back on June 1st, before all this strategy, before all this confrontation with Donald Trump, you saw Gavin Newsom 11%, AOC at 10, Buttigieg at 8. Look at where Gavin Newsom has shot up to now. 27% now is the clear front runner, not at 50% plus, but still the clear front runner, at least according to the prediction markets.
I don't get it. I mean, I just don't get it. You can only chalk that up. There's a lot of stupid people out there.
Yeah.
A lot of stupid, gullible people. It's the same reason that women stay in really abusive relationships.
Yes.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Well, there are some folks who actually thankfully, they enjoy his trolling, like they are on board with the all caps tweet troll campaign, but they also are smart enough to recognize that he would be a terrible choice. Here is one of those people.
Gavin Newsom happen. Stop trying to make Gavin Newsom happen. It's not going to happen. Yes, his office, it's not even him. It's like his hired interns or whatever are writing some really funny bangers on Twitter under his press office. Yeah, that's funny. It's great. They're trolling Trump using his own tactics. I enjoy it. We all can enjoy it. That doesn't mean he should be president. Like, first of all, it's already ridiculous because it's way too fucking early. And people are, don't criticize him. But second of all, absolutely not. I know you bitches love to just do more cowbell every time the Democrats fail, but Gavin Newsom, along with all the other bad Obama impersonators, is a terrible governor and would be a terrible president. He is nothing more than your typical fucking neoliberal doing the same shit that all the other failure of Democrats have been doing for the last 40 years. Just because a couple of his interns are doing some funny trolling of Trump doesn't mean he would be a good president. And it's actually so embarrassing the way that some of your standards are in hell. Like, he just comes out and is like, all right, maybe I might pretend like I'm fighting back against the Trump administration because I know I want to run for president. And all of you are like, oh my gosh, he's the answer. It's just like the ongoing refusal to ever learn a fucking lesson.
Yeah,
Right?
it's because their standards are so low.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they just they're here, they're on the bottom, and so that's it. She's so right. It's like, well,
Yeah.
he trolls, or he has interns that troll. He's not even doing
Right.
it himself. He doesn't do anything. There's no originality in that guy's head. There's so much grease up there. It's permeated his brain. But I mean, like he's just got like some good, I guess, if you want to call it good trolling, I think it's childish and ridiculous because it's so unoriginal and inauthentic.
Right.
But the trolling, some people enjoy it and they're getting off on it and they're like, he'd be a great president. It's kind of like if a celebrity says something clever one time, they're like, they'd be a great president.
Right.
Really?
I mean, people used to say that about Tucker Carlson.
Right. I'm like, just stop it. Just because somebody says something funny once doesn't make them a good president.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and the trolling continues now with merch. So here is the latest. They've got these boat flags saying "Make America Gavin Again."
Oh my God. Okay.
Which is, oh my God, it's just so pathetic.
Really?
And then
Liberals have boats? Since when?
And then he's copying a lot of the Trump merch, saying Trump is not hot. Newsom was right about everything. I don't know what they're going to do with this Real Patriot hat, because that doesn't work for
That's us.
liberals.
That's ours.
Yeah. So I
That's
don't know how
totally-
that's going to work exactly, but that's in
Right.
his merch store now.
And how is he right about everything? How is
yeah,
his state is a complete shithole right now. How is he right? You're losing, dude. You're a complete colossal failure. Look at your state. How can the amount of like confidence? I want to have like this much confidence that he has. Like, it is sheer narcissism. I cannot believe the amount of confidence these people have and the amount of failures that they're standing on.
Well, I think that confidence is in their ability to dupe people. That's why they're confident. It's not even that they're confident in their own results. They just know that they can convince their idiot sheep followers of anything. Anything.
It's crazy because there's data to show you that he is a complete loser.
Yeah.
Loser. He's done nothing but tank a beautiful state. He's tanked it. He's taken a surplus, turned it into a deficit. The state is literally burning down. And
Right.
it's a dumpster fire. And they're like, he's great. He was right about everything. No,
He
actually,
should be president.
he's not.
And what does it even mean to make America Gavin again? Like, what does that even mean?
So you want us to all be a complete shithole? Because I don't want that. I don't want to look like California. I don't.
Thank you, but no. Thank you,
Yeah.
but no. Now, before I show you this absolutely precious photo, please don't mischaracterize it as me saying that I think that Chuck Grassley should continue to be in the Senate. He's 4 billion years old, you guys, and I don't think he should continue to be in the Senate. However, is this the cutest thing you've ever seen or what?
They are 70.
And his wife celebrating 71 years of marriage. I'm sorry, but that's adorable.
At the Hickory House in Waterloo, where we went while dating. That is adorable.
That's
adorable.
You guys.
That is
it's
cute.
Precious.
It
is absolutely precious.
And look how precious they look. Like they look like they're happy.
I know. I just love this photo. I love everything about it.
I mean,
it's so sweet.
And think of all the politicians who are like, I'm going to divorce this woman and marry a 30-year-old. You know? And he didn't do that. God bless him.
No, he didn't. He did not. I love this so much.
Darling. They are darling.
I know we showed a clip earlier of Kristen Welker interviewing JD Vance. There were some other moments that were worth sharing from that interview. First, where he talks about the latest going on with Russia and Ukraine. Here is JD Vance.
The Ukrainians are going to ultimately make the determination about where you draw the territorial lines in their own country. But Kristen, this is how wars ultimately get settled. If you go back to World War II, if you go back to World War I, if you go back to every major conflict in human history, they all end with some kind of negotiation. We're actually not active parties in the negotiation. We're effectively mediating. We're trying to mediate the Ukrainians and the Russians to come to some agreement. If the Ukrainians are willing to say something on territory that brings the conflict to the close, we're not going to stop them. We're also not going to force them because it's not our country. We're trying to play a constructive role. The president is trying to play a constructive role to bring peace to the region, but he's not going to force these parties to walk through the door. All he can do is open the door and ask them to negotiate in good faith.
That's all he can do.
That's all he can do. And he's doing it. No one else has ever done that. So
that's exactly right. So even if it doesn't, like, even if his mediation doesn't work,
he tried.
You can't fault him. Like, you can't blame anything that's going on Trump.
Oh,
He's
they
the
will.
only one trying to make a difference.
They will. They'll
They
totally do that. They absolutely will if it doesn't work out. But he tried. I won't do that. Because I know, and people with actual brains and adults in the room won't do that because they know that he's trying because he wants peace. And God bless him for that.
Exactly. Exactly right. JD also discussed the whole redistricting, all the map drawing, the gerrymandering, and so on. Here he is on that.
More House seats than we should have. One, if the Democrats hadn't aggressively gerrymandered, and two, if illegal aliens weren't counted in the census for purposes of apportioning congressional seats. The best estimates I've seen is that in California, for example, has 5 additional congressional seats than it should have because they count illegal aliens for the purpose of apportioning representatives. Meanwhile, Ohio, my home state, lost a representative. We're literally losing representatives for American citizens in order to give congressional representation to illegal aliens. Republicans are trying to balance out the scales a little bit for basic fairness and for the integrity of our democracy, which the president cares about as much as anybody in the country. You have to ask yourself, why have Democrats gerrymandered their states aggressively over the past 10 to 20 years? If you look, for example, at the popular vote in a lot of these states, and Massachusetts, where 32% of the residents of Massachusetts voted for Republicans, 0 Republican federal representatives. So we're not trying to all we're doing, frankly, is trying to make the situation a little bit more fair on a national scale. The Democrats have gerrymandered their states really aggressively. We think there are opportunities to push back against that, and that's really all we're doing.
Yeah.
We're the ones now fighting fire with fire.
Right.
I mean,
And
they're
they don't
all
like
like
it.
Gavin keeps saying that, like, we're going to fight fire with fire. Dude, this is in response to you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It's basically somebody coming into your house, punching you in the face and you taking it for years and then saying, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch you back now. And that's precisely what we're doing. We're punching back.
That's right.
And then they're like,
That
oh, we got to
is right.
fight fire with fire now that you're punching back. No. We just decided to actually put our balls back on and start fighting back because it's been years. Believe me, we've been screaming about how Republicans are so polite and we don't do things that the Democrats do. We're starting to do the things and they don't like it. Well,
Somebody
over it.
should make like an ad campaign for the GOP about this issue that uses Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire" like underneath it.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to do that.
We didn't start it, but we're going to finish it.
All right. This is our segment where we have a lot of unrelated stuff. So just bear with me because do you remember last week or maybe the week before, we played a clip of the DC police chief being asked about the chain of command and she had absolutely no idea what that meant. And it was just such an embarrassing, humiliating moment
Right.
for her
Mhm.
until, and you didn't think that she could outdo that. And yet she did.
Telling my life with his words. That's what I was like, killing me softly with his song.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
With his song, telling my whole life.
Oh my God. I can't.
Wait till the dancing starts.
With his song.
I cannot believe I'm watching this right now. Meanwhile, Lauryn Hill is like, no, girl, no. Roberta Flack is like, no. They're all both like, stop it.
I don't know the context for that, but that is a thing that happened. So
It doesn't matter what the context is no. No. That shouldn't have happened in any context.
no, it shouldn't. And we suffered as a result. We all suffered. We're about to suffer some more. I can't even remember if I've played this before or not. There was something kind of familiar about it. And then I thought, like, have I blocked this out? Is this old? And I'm just bringing it up again because I saw it on Twitter. I don't know, but I don't know the context for this group of women, who they are. But this is also a thing that happened.
Trump is in the files. Trump is in the files. No matter what he says or does, Trump is in the files. The Epstein files. The Epstein files. Distraction actions just won't work. Trump is in the files. He's feeling pretty scared. He's feeling pretty scared. He knows we will not let it go. Trump is in the files. He is a pedophile. He is a pedophile. He trafficked and abused young girls. Trump is in the files.
It went on for like 4 minutes, by the way.
Where is that? Is it like a commune somewhere? Is that some sort of liberal women's commune?
I don't know.
It's got to be.
Why is it always like old white liberal women
I
just
don't
being
know.
so
with bonnets?
weird?
And then they're like, The Handmaid's Tale. You're making it that. You are that by yourselves. Like, I'm wearing a tank top. Like, I'm over here in Texas. I'm living my best life. I don't dress like that. You're dressing like the Handmaid. You're doing that to yourself. You don't have to do that, ladies. Okay? Nobody's forcing you to play a banjo and wear that getup. All right?
Yeah, it's bad. It was
What
bad.
is that? You know that's in California. You know it is somewhere in
Probably
California.
so.
God,
Probably
how fun.
so. All right, I do have something good to show you, and that is because it gets so tiresome to see Hollywood celebrities just being idiots, right? But then every now and then there's someone that you're like, look at that. There's a Hollywood celebrity showing just a hint of integrity and bravery and courage about speaking things that are true and good and right. And I had completely forgotten that Ginnifer Goodwin existed, but she is an actress. You may remember her from such things as He's Just Not That Into You.
She had like the little haircut, her hair, like she had the little
Yes.
bangs and like
she still has it. She still has
the little bangs. Yeah, the micro bangs.
Cute little pixie. So
Cute pixie.
here she is talking about Israel and her faith and why she felt it important to speak out against all of the crazy anti-Semitism that's happening.
You know, my husband and I had to have a lot of talks as I then continued to post. I was asked to post about the hostages. And we talked about, like, what if I lose my career over this? Like, what if I become some kind of pariah because I am standing up for us? And it came down to, like, you know, yeah, okay, we would be okay if we like lost the house and had to pull the kids out from school and all of these things, because the truth is, like, there's only one way this goes where I can sleep at night. And that's the way where I not only embrace Judaism, but I fight for the continuation of our people, and I, you know, educate and I celebrate and I advocate. This is the next phase of my being an adult, and there's only that one path where I'm going to feel good about who I am as a human.
Fear of your career being affected by your speaking out, has it been?
No, I've gotten far more jobs in the past year than I have in like 10 years.
Exactly, right?
Good
I
for
love
her.
that, right?
Good for her. God bless her.
I know.
Yeah.
It makes me want to like go binge watch all of her things. You know?
Yeah. She was in some sort of a movie where she was dressed like a 50s housewife, and then her husband.
It was the HBO series about like where there was polygamy, and I don't remember. I don't called. Do you guys remember what we're talking about?
I don't know, but she was just in something, and she was really good in it.
Oh yeah, she was great.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff. She's really good. Remember that one
Big
movie
Love. Yeah.
Yes. And do you remember that one movie with Kate Hudson where they were best friends and they had the falling out?
What movie was that? Because I would love to see that again.
Me too. Yeah. I don't remember. It was something about a wedding.
Was it? Okay. It was so cute.
You guys
that was
would know.
super cute.
You guys always tell us. Yeah, Women Who Kill. That's another one. She was in Women Who Kill. That's
I
the
haven't
one
seen
that I was
that.
thinking about. Really good. Really, really good. Yeah.
I have not seen that.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyway, I just thought that was an important thing to share. And then this I just saw this morning, and apparently it happened yesterday in Canada in front of the House of Commons. There was like a pre-planned Pride event, right? And there was going to be like a parade, and this was like an event that had been planned. Thousands and thousands of people were participating. But when they got to a certain place in front of the House of Commons, they were blocked by pro-Palestinian protesters, and they butted heads. They could not advance their Pride parade any further because they were being blocked by the other protesters. And ultimately, the Pride parade was canceled because of these other protesters. And it's just like such a delicious thing to me to watch these two woke activist groups battle each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, this is perfect, right? So this is brought to you, I think it's by Daisy Media. Anyway, he caught this and it was fabulous.
Very unhappy people here. As you can see, Palestinian protesters have completely shut down the Capitol Pride Parade. The parade was stalled out behind me here on Wellington Street for over an hour. I thought this might have been the trouble. The street and the whole rest of the parade is stuck way back there. Street closed. Wellington closed. They have taken over. Palestinians have shut down the Pride Parade.
I thought they were the same people. I'm so confused, Mock.
It is very confusing.
I'm very, very confused. It's like a pretzel at this point.
I love watching it though, man.
I do too.
love it.
I know. Get your popcorn.
So
This is fun. Mhm.
All right, on to a little bit of culture. This was such a disappointing video to see from, I forget her last name. She didn't take Tom Segura's name, but it's Tom Segura's wife, the comedian Tom Segura. His wife is also a comedian. And she is offering dating advice to 21-year-old women that is the worst possible advice she could ever give ever. And it is the reason that young women are so jacked up right now and borked in the dating world. Here she is with her terrible advice.
Could give a single girl some dating advice. What would you say to her?
How old?
Let's say she's like 21.
Oh, 21. Just bang them all.
Oh my God.
Bang them all, because men are so immature that you're not gonna lock anyone down. Don't even start thinking yet about the husband stuff. But I will say, bang dudes quietly. Don't tell everybody. Shut the about it. Just go do your business. Bang girls, bang guys, bang dogs, trans, whatever you want. But keep an eye out for the good ones in your college. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep the solid dudes in your back pocket. Like, befriend them, but don't them or date them or nothing until you're kind of like older and you're ready to like settle down with a boy.
Yeah.
And then call that guy up, like that one you had your eyes on, and then be like, "What's up, dude?"
That was awful advice.
It's just the worst thing to tell young women.
Right.
And part of me wants to think, okay, well, she's a comedian, so maybe this is all a joke, but it didn't seem like it.
No.
You know?
Somebody said, stay away from dogs. Those poor
They didn't
dogs.
ask for this.
Those poor dogs, right? Like, what are you talking about, lady? No, seriously, So basically what she's saying is go be a giant whore.
Right.
And
But like, don't tell anybody about it.
don't tell anybody you're a whore.
Gross.
And then lie to your like husband one day about how much of a whore you were. No, let's do the complete opposite of what she said. Do the complete opposite.
The complete
Everything
opposite.
she
Just
said,
don't be a whore.
do everything that she everything opposite of what she said. That's our advice as chicks.
Yeah.
Just don't
You know,
do it.
and it's interesting because as we see that this generation is becoming more and more conservative, like I know my son and his friends find it distasteful at best when they know girls have slept around.
Right.
So there's been like a bunch of cute girls. We'll point them out to Jackson. We'll be like, what about that girl? No, she's been ridden way too hard.
Right.
This is what we hear all the time. Guys do not want that.
Of
They
course
want
not.
they want good girls.
Yeah.
And so this advice was just awful.
And why
Awful.
wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they want good girls? Good girls want good boys. Good boys want good girls. They're going to end up
So
together.
everybody just needs to stop whoring around. Just stop
right. It's just the most terrible advice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. All right, interesting other thing happened, culture related, that I was not prepared for this weekend at all. I'm still baffled by this, and it all has to do with something that we talked about on Friday. It was one of our talks, I think, where we showed this girl who was super hilarious because she kept seeing whenever guys have six packs,
Yes.
they look like the abdomens of bugs.
Yeah. Big
And so
bugs.
she's like, I don't want a six pack. I can't stop seeing bugs. You know, I'd rather have a dad bod, essentially. And so we laughed all the way through that. And that was one of the clips from our show that our team decided to make a short of and just post on its own, right? And so if you weren't here on Friday, we're going to replay it so you can see exactly what we were talking about. If you are a dude who has been longing for a six pack, you're going to want to listen to this girl. She doesn't like six packs. And I got to say, she has a point.
Men that have six packs, they look like bugs. Like, I'm sorry, but it's giving bug on its back. There it is. There's the six pack. I can never not see it.
Oh my God.
Insect. And the more abs you have, the more you look like a bug. But the less abs you have, the more you look like my future boyfriend. What's up?
What's up? What's up? She's adorable. She's so
I know, I
cute.
loved her. Okay, so that's it. Like, you could tell by our reaction to that we thought it was hilarious,
Adorable. Right.
and adorable, and all in good fun. Okay,
right.
The amount of people, guys especially, but also women, who took personal offense to that clip on Twitter was freaking blowing my mind. And I can't figure it out. So I just want you to read some of these screenshots because it's incredible. And I don't know if you've seen these comments, but you need to, because I am blown away by how psycho everybody is reacting to this. Here are some of the comments. Go ahead, just read them.
Imagine a guy publicly body shaming women and laughing about it. Like, me and other guys really don't give AF that why women can get away with it. It's just the hypocrisy, because if a couple guys did this on their podcast, they would be canceled. Women would be crying and hurt. Y'all just trying to keep men from looking our best. Funny how this is in the algorithm lately. What the F is this? Shut the F up, bitch.
There's more. I'm going to keep going. You just keep reading as oh my God, it gets way worse.
Yeah, justifying your failure to get a man with six packs. We all know that. Wow, that you wish to do so. So take your story and shove it to your ass. What the hell? And nobody bought your bullcrap. Nice try, loser. Stay fit, men. Stay beautiful. This is why men say women are dumb. You're an effing ugly bitch. You don't get a say in beauty. Okay.
There's more.
Wow. Okay. Laugh my ass off. That's a stretch. Just sounds like y'all are insecure, and to make yourselves feel better, you're shitting on physically healthy men. Imagine shitting on people who are probably way healthier than you. Okay.
Can you believe that this is the reaction? There's more.
Old, miserable, old ladies. Their husbands probably sat at home trying making him feel better. Are the one anyway that cheat in their husbands with a guy with a six pack. I wonder how her body is built. Girls, how about this girl doesn't want them? Or so she says. I'm thinking her guy has a gut, so she's trying to comfort herself. It's okay, Chico. We'll keep the fit guys. Your boyfriend's gut is all yours. Who cares if she does like it? it not like we doing it for her anyway. There is 4.9 billion female on Earth as of right now. Wow, this is crazy.
It's
just a joke.
unbelievable. It was just all in good fun.
And this why I don't F with old bitches. Disgruntled types who do not want certain men in shape so they can struggle with women. It's always the ones who have saggy eye bags and beef curtains that hang to their knees. Okay. She's mad her husband's 310, like 310 pounds. Is that what they're trying to say?
Or maybe years old.
Oh, okay. And lives retirement on a lazy boy. I assure you.
And then I think this is the last one.
Thank God I'm not doing it for someone else's validation, but I'm doing it for mine. Y'all should be lesbians already. We get that all the time. I know a psyop when I see one. They'll do anything to keep young men from voting Republican. What?
I could not. I was so like dumbfounded by how psycho everyone got about this.
Right.
And so I even went on to our Instagram because I was like, is this happening everywhere? It was totally just on Twitter. Everywhere else, people were
It's
like,
so
oh,
funny.
this is great. Because it's funny.
Now on Insta, I get the anti-Israel people in droves.
Mhm.
This is so bizarre. This is really
Isn't
weird.
it?
It's like two different audiences. And on Instagram, my God, I get the upper middle class white yoga moms that have Bible verses in their profiles and they're completely anti-Semitic. You know what I mean? That's what I get
Oh my
there.
God.
And I want them to stand next to the Muslim men who tell me that they want me to die. You know, like I want them to all go and shop at Lululemon and get Starbucks together.
Right.
I want to see that happen because they're just so hateful. They're so they're awful. But I don't get this. So it's really interesting to see the two audiences and how completely different they are. Man, there's some weird people out there.
It was insane. I did engage with a couple of them. The one that said, I don't F with old bitches or whatever. And I was like, the fact that you're taking this personally is like psychotic. I mean, he was like, the only reason you guys are so mad. I was like, in what universe did we seem angry in that post? Like,
we were joking.
We were laughing the entire time.
We were laughing
it was
at somebody
just bananas.
else. We were laughing at somebody else's post. It's like,
Right.
abs are great. I think Chris Hemsworth is hot. Abs are fantastic.
And then, like the guys that were saying this that it was hypocritical and that we could never guys could never slam or body shame women this way. To me, I equated this. This would be like guys saying, "Hey, women, don't worry about a six pack. We don't mind a little jelly belly." That would have been. I would have loved that. I would have been like, "Yay, I get to keep my jelly belly." I would have thought that was the biggest compliment.
It's not body
and yet
shaming.
these guys were like so butthurt about it. It was amazing.
To me, it's the antithesis of body shaming.
Yeah. It's
we
like
love you-
saying, we love you the way you are. You
The
don't have
way
to
you
try
are.
so hard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know. It's
But man.
crazy. So, but Kelly said it's the steroids talking.
That was just incredible to me. Like, I have never been that surprised at a comment
Right.
section in my life. And I just
crazy.
had to point it out.
Really,
Anyway,
really
let's get
crazy.
to some fun stuff. There is a woman whose husband has asked her to try something new in the bedroom. And she has decided she's all about it. Here she is to explain.
Just asked me if there was anything I really wanted to try in bed that I've never done before. So I thought about it, and there is. I would really love to get 8 uninterrupted hours of sleep and wake up with no back pain.
I just settle for the 8 uninterrupted hours of sleep. I got 3 last night. I don't think I've had 8 for 2 years. It would be nice just to have 8. That would be, God.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that right now, and that sounds
It's so adventurous, you guys.
It is, you
but
guys. That is.
I recommend it.
You know what that is? That's hot. is
That's
what that
so
is.
hot.
So
Oh my
hot
God.
to get 8 hours of sleep. Oh my God. Yes.
Also, I don't know, people at this point, anywhere you go for any service, not even a service, you can go up to like a some sort of restaurant, like where you're not even being served at a table and you still are required to tip. right? You're constantly getting the thing that says, how much of a tip do you want to leave? And so this gal that's checking out of a nail salon, it just cracked me up. It was unexpected.
These are so cute. How much do I owe you? It's gonna be 40 today. Oh my gosh, only 40? She did such a good job and they're so cute and she made me coffee. Honestly, 40 is not even bad. I should probably give her a tip. Like maybe $20? Honestly, maybe $40. Can you stop talking?
I love that because the whole time I'm like, this is internal monologue.
Right.
Internal monologue.
It's not internal monologue. They always want a
"Can you
tip.
just shut up.
They always want a tip.
Also, I think I've mentioned this before, but the only small dog that I would ever consider owning is a dachshund. I love wiener dogs. I love them so much.
They are very, very cute.
Oh, and this one especially because it's like somebody took a golden retriever puppy and fused it together with a dachshund and then made it into the happiest, just goofiest, clumsiest creature ever. I love this dog.
Oh my God. Is that what they did?
I don't know.
Isn't
it the most precious?
I feel like it is.
I wasn't laughing at you.
He's kind of low to the ground. He's like a low rider.
Yeah.
He's like a little low riding golden retriever. I love it.
Isn't he the sweetest, happiest?
You need that dog. You need a dog that matches your energy. You know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, listen,
do.
Maisie is awesome. You know how much I love that dog. She's emotionless. She's got like constant resting bitch face. I love Maisie, y'all. But she does not match your energy. She's chill, but she does not match. You need one that does. You know,
Yeah.
so you're like, I'm so excited to see you, and the dog will be like, I'm so
Yes.
excited to see you, and then you guys will, you know.
Yes, I do. I need that. I do.
You do.
Speaking of dogs, there is a montage of dogs absolutely taking out people on accident that I laughed so hard at. Please enjoy.
Oh, I got her! Oh, Alexis!
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. My dogs have done this to my kids. They have. Oh my God.
Right?
Careful. Easy. Oh my God, it's the best. And bye. Oh my God. Oh no! Oh my God. What's that? I love it. Dogs are the
I
greatest.
know. I loved it so much too.
Oh my God.
And then last one. So back in the day when Ella had to get her teeth cleaned under anesthesia, she did terrible with anesthesia. She was so pitiful afterwards. She would just
So groggy.
whimper and so groggy, and
Yeah.
it was awful. But some dogs on anesthesia are hilarious. So here is another montage.
Are you okay?
Oh my God.
Hold on.
I can't.
The door is closed.
Oh my God.
Come here, big boy.
So sleepy.
Lifting your head, goof.
Oh, bless his heart.
Bro, are you good?
No. So tired. I'm swimming in a pool. Oh my God.
Oh my God, so precious.
I
so
love
completely
them.
precious. Oh my God. Okay. I can't forget Venmos today. Cannot do it. Let me make sure that I get the ones from today. Okay. So first from last week, Heather Sella said, if you haven't watched it yet, I highly encourage you all to watch Robby Starbuck's podcast on Cracker Barrel. It's eye-opening. My husband and I have never been, but we will never go now, which is just sad because I really liked them and I don't want to have to.
I love Cracker Barrel.
I know.
You guys have no idea how much I love the barrel.
It's so good. Laura Hazen, thank you very much. This is very generous. She says, love you two chicks. You two bring brightness and all the real life things that we need to know about. Thank you.
That's so sweet,
Thank
Laura.
you very much for that. Tina Kramer said, greetings to my favorite chicks. I have never had $2,000 to spend on food in a month, and I raised 3 kids. I have worked full-time for the last 34 years to pay for my own food for my family. On a side note, happy 34th anniversary to my husband. He is my rock. She was referring to that
lady.
chick on food stamps. $2,000 a month on food stamps. My God.
She's using that for so many. And think of what she's using it for.
Ugh,
it's just so infuriating.
It is. And then from the Ball Pit crew, Indy 1970 said, I'm sure this is Texas. I'm sure Texas was ordered by the DOJ to draw new maps. And then today, Suzette Paramore said, I bought Healthy Cell Focus and Recall. Now I'm ready to start remembering everything. And then over on Locals, Roth Lady Wright said, I'm here to confess I'm a sister of a F with your face person. Yes, I said it. My sister's lips are starting to look like pool floats and her face stopped moving a couple of years ago. I wish I could tell her. I really do. My husband looks at it and just says, no, ma'am, every time we see her. I love my sister. I just can't burst that bubble. Our mother won't even say anything. And honestly, my sister is and was gorgeous. I feel like you're the only one that can tell her. 'Cause maybe you can get her to at least stop where she is.
Right.
You know?
I totally agree. Sisters can do that. Sisters can be like, listen, what are you doing?
I love you.
I love you. What are you doing?
But you're about to cross a line.
If she has no good friends to tell her, you're the person. I love that your husband's like, no.
She went on to say, something good, not crazy from me today, praising Jesus for all of you today. Quote, however, if you suffer as a Christian, do not be ashamed, but praise God that you bear that name. Thanks so much for thinking of us, but we don't need to see everything that you see. We can't get those minutes back, and we can never unsee all the things that you show us. Lizard porn comes to mind, yet I always come back. LOL. You guys are still mad about the lizard porn?
The lizard porn.
I was just sharing with you one of nature's beautiful natural things.
She can overshare sometimes, you guys. it's why we love her. And also why we're like, you know?
Now you.
Marcy Peralez. Good morning, chicks. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. My great-granddaughter, Maya, turned 3 yesterday. She's smart and beautiful, and I'm teaching her to love the chicks. Have a wonderful day.
Aww.
Some of it may not be age appropriate yet, but, but happy birthday, Maya. So sweet. Alex the Carnivore. I just have to tell you, ladies, that every time the day comes to an end, and I am always filled with excitement that COTR will be on. I love that. Love that, Alex.
So sweet.
Stroke Jen. I want Trump to tweet that he identifies as trans and claim the title of first female POTUS. Libs would insist on ending transgenderism. He could also tweet something anti-gun and Libs would rush to defend 2A. Then he could tell them to eat a bag of Richards. Too far? Never. Not on this show. Leah Shalek 6144. Isn't it interesting that Shifty Schiff can say Trump will go after anyone who criticizes him as Schiff criticizes him and nothing happens? Balls. That's right. Bo Mama
Nothing's
8.
happened yet.
Nothing. Right. Bo Mama 8. Interesting note. I asked our friend Grok to compare Nutrafol with Healthy Cell, hair, skin, and nails, and Healthy Cell 1 on most comparisons. I'm also taking the multi.
It's the best.
It is the best. And I took Nutrafol. It didn't do squat except take about like $80 a month from me.
Right. Healthy Cell is not that expensive.
No, it's such a waste of money. Brian Brumley. Never thought I'd live to see the day where I would have to ask an organization like Cracker Barrel, why are you gay? Stroke Jen. Stupid Gavin sheep. So if they love Gavin acting like Trump, then by default, doesn't that mean that they approve of Trump? Yes, Jen. Sorry if my previous super chat was out of line. Cougar puberty seems to enhance pettiness. No, it wasn't out of line. It's
not
never
out of line at all.
No.
Never.
Bo Mama 8, can we address the vitriol that Chris Pratt is getting over his political comments? Libs are sheep. Yes, screw everybody. I don't think he cares.
He doesn't
care at this point.
He's one of the brave ones.
He doesn't care. He was a pioneer in being like Christian conservative. Aaron Krieger, shove it to your ass and saggy eye bags are my new go-to insults. Take my money. I love that so much. Team Media and Publishing, never liked over chiseled abs. To me, it says, I'm completely obsessed with my outward appearance and have nothing else to offer. No substance. Fit, yes. Bug abs, no. I kind of agree with that. It's the worst.
I
is
like
the
a little
people,
softness.
Right. The worst is the people who constantly like they videotape it and they put it out. But they're like, look at my workout today. I don't care. I don't care that you're at the gym. I don't care. Stop it. Anyways, you guys. Oh, I have a gift.
Okay, let's bring it in first.
We're going to bring it in first. I have 2 gifts, you guys, that I want to like shout out. The first one is this bag I got, and I don't know who sent it. You guys, who sent it?
Look at how
it has these great pictures on it.
Oh my gosh.
It's a tote bag. Who sent this to me? Please show yourself at once. I
love
got that
it.
on Friday and I love it. So thank you. And then Via always remembers. Look, I love the shirt. It's a Willie Nelson shirt. I'm probably gonna wear it tomorrow.
That's so you.
It's
oh
so
my
me.
gosh.
I mean, I love it so much, you guys. My Willie Nelson shirt. And then this blanket. Maybe see if I can get it. So can you see it?
Yeah. Don't mess with Texas.
It says don't mess with Texas. It's gigantic and it's basically the Texas flag and it's so soft and I love it. And Via, I love you. You're like our family's adopted mom. You know what I mean? Like
totally.
She is so sweet to our entire family and we love you so much and I appreciate that. So thank you. It was an early birthday gift. My birthday's not until Wednesday, so she was the first. Thank you. And then I've got Mock's box sitting. See that box right there?
She's not allowed to open it until Wednesday.
I can't open it until Wednesday. That's Mock's box. So you guys have a lovely day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.